Namaste and good morning. I am Dr. Rudra Sharma, advocate. Today I am talking about policy issues related to Nepal-India trade and investment. We have done 5 episodes about Nepal-India trade and investment. In those previous 5 episodes, we have covered several issues about Nepal-India trade and investment. But this episode is about the same issue we have already covered, but in Nepali language, so that people who don't understand in Nepali, they can understand the issues we have raised about Nepal-India trade and investment. Okay, let's begin. There are several issues in Nepal-India trade and investment. Let me present here some scenarios. The first scenario is about the trading percentage between Nepal and India. The percentage of trade of Nepal with India is more than 60%. Some say it is 2/3 of Nepal foreign trade is with India. There is another account. If we count the foreign trade with third country through India, it happens to be more than 90% or even 95%. Therefore, Nepal is heavily dependent upon India for its foreign trade. This is the account. And Nepal and India share a huge, a long distance of open and unregulated border. This is also another factor to be counted in Nepal-India trade and investment. And now, as of today, the trade deficit of Nepal with India and in foreign trade is almost 1:7. If Nepal exports 1 rupee, the import is about 7 rupees. So this is a huge trade deficit. Therefore, there is a need for Nepal to decrease this trade deficit through appropriate trade and investment policies. So let me present second scenario. The second scenario is about the changing context of India. The changing investment context of India is much improved. India has much improved its investment climate over the years, and the volume of economy of India is also increasing. Now, India has been fifth largest economy of the world already, and it is heading towards to be fourth or third economy of the world. It's 5 trillion economy, $5 trillion economy. Therefore, in compared to Nepal, and the economy volume of India is much larger. And the investment climate of India is much improved over the years. The laws are changed, environment is changed. The India is attracting investors over the years in every front. Therefore, the trickle-down effects of improved investment climate of India and the huge size of economy in compared to Nepal can be beneficial for Nepal if we can make a proper attempt to take benefit for it. Okay, this is second scenario. Let me present third scenario. The third scenario is about tariff. Nepal and India have several trade treaties. I'm not going to discuss about the treaties today, but in conclusion, the trade treaties have made such provision that almost every product of Nepal can be traded to India with zero tariff. There are some restricted lists. Beside the restricted list, the product produced in Nepal can be traded with zero tariff. It's a huge opportunity for Nepal. But there is another clause in the treaties that the primary products can be traded freely across the border, and the commodities produced in Nepal should have some value addition on it. Means value addition means if anything produced in Nepal should be added some value within Nepal. Means anything traded from outside and exported to India, it is not allowed. If the raw materials can be imported and finished goods should be made by adding some value on it. That is called value addition. But this clause of value addition is often misused in Nepal-India trade. It's open secret. So this is another condition. And in primary products like agriculture, greeneries, vegetables, something like that, they can be traded across the border freely. Means the vegetables from Nepal can go to India, or the vegetables from India can come to Nepal because it is primary product. So it can be traded with zero tariff. So in this context, it has been very difficult for Nepali products to compete with Indian primary products, basically vegetables, farm items, because India gives a lot of subsidies for that products and they produce in scale and huge scale, so they are more competitive. But Nepal has another advantage. Nepali products are produced in highland and they are high value products, and if they are marketed properly in India, Nepali producers can make a big advantage. They have a very big market in India to trade the primary products and vegetables even in India. But there are some technical issues like the authentication and quarantine. These issues are often hurdle for Nepali products to export them to India. If these issues are settled policy-wise and technically, the Nepali farmers and producers, they can take a big advantage in Indian market. Okay, that is the third scenario. So now let me present about the fourth scenario. Fourth scenario is about the joint venture companies in Nepal. There are some joint ventures companies established in Nepal. The Indian and Nepalis have done joint ventures. So we talk to former Minister of Nepal for India, Mr. Deep Kumar Upadhyay. According to him, the joint venture companies in Nepal like Unilever, Dabur, they are doing very well. They are doing very good in Nepal. But there are two problems. Number one, those joint ventures which have already come here, they have some problems. Like they want to increase their capacity, but the government is not allowing it. Okay, why? Such kind of issues should be settled before it is late. And if some multinational companies are doing good in Nepal, why others don't come here? And according to Mr. Upadhyay, former minister, any produced product in Nepal any production, manufacturing, especially manufacturing, if it is done in Nepal, they have very big market in India, especially in UP, Bihar and Bengal, in 3 states. Therefore, no problem of market. Whatever you produce, they can be exported to India in 3 products, in 3 states. But there should be proper market research before doing this. Specifically, project-wise, product-wise, research is necessary over there. Okay. So, this is another scenario. There's joint ventures, more and more joint ventures can be done between Nepal and India in manufacturing sector, produce in Nepal and sell in India. There is big market. This is the scenario. Okay. So another scenario here is Nepal has a vision statement. You can say joint vision statement between Nepal and India. According to the vision statement, Nepal will produce 28,500 megawatt electricity within coming 10 years. Okay. And among the 28,500 megawatt, 13,500 megawatt electricity will be consumed within Nepal, and 10,000 megawatt electricity will be exported to India, and another 5,000 megawatt electricity will be exported to Bangladesh, even to Bangladesh. The vision statement is already done, and Nepal has already started exporting the electricity to India and even Bangladesh. It's already started. And we have talked to former Secretary of Ministry of Energy, Mr. Dinesh Kumar Ghimiri. Okay. According to the Secretary, the environment of producing electricity in Nepal is being done good. Within coming 5 years, the production and distribution and other arrangement will be done in much higher level. Now the private sector is producing around 4,000 megawatt. Within coming 5 years, it will be around 12 to 15 megawatts already produced, and other project will be in the stage of completion. Therefore, the target of 28,000 megawatt production will be done easily, according to the Secretary. And another issue we have already talked is about power trade. So it's not only about production, distribution, it's about trading. That electricity is already a commodity. The Supreme Court also has said that. And it should be traded in the market, and the private sector should be the major player in the trading. Okay. That private sector can make, even distribution lines they can make. They are producing, and they can sell and buy themselves in the open market, across the border also. So this is the point we have already raised, we have talked. And there are much possibilities of doing it across the border, Nepal and India. And another issue we have talked is about financing the project. There are big projects in hydropower and in even infrastructures also. We need lot of money, huge amount of money. Only in hydropower, according to the vision statement, we need 46,000 billion US dollar for the production of that 28,500 megawatt electricity within coming 10 years. 46 billion US dollar. So we talk about the financing about that, about the source of the finance. Where is the money? How we can finance such big amount of money? We have other priorities also besides hydropower, but only hydropower demands 46 billion US dollar. And we talk to Mr. Arjun Gautam, the former CEO of Hydroelectricity Investment Company, a government-owned company who does such kind of things. According to him, there will be no problem of the financing. No problem. We can manage the finance. 46 billion US dollar, no problem. Because according to him, Mr. Arjun Gautam, investment and finance are different thing, and project finance is a technical thing. Okay. So suppose we have a project of $1 billion. We need $1 billion for one project for the project period of 5 years or 4 years. It doesn't mean that we need $1 billion at once in the beginning. So it means we need to finance $1 billion during the whole project life. The project life, at least 4 years or 5 years. So it doesn't mean that we have to collect $1 billion first and start the project. It is not that. We may need like 10% or 20% of the amount in the beginning, and if we manage the project smoothly, and if we can make the turnover of the money, and during the project life, the turnover of the money can be done 2 times or 3 times. If so happens, then the same money will turn over 2 times, 3 times during the term, and it will have the multiplier effect in the economy, other sectors also. Therefore, financing 1 billion in a project doesn't mean that we need 1 billion at once. Gradually we can manage it. Investing 1 billion and financing 1 billion is different. Therefore, we can manage the 46 billion US dollar for investment, financing in the hydropower project within the 10 years, coming 10 years. No problem. So, another thing we have talked in those episodes is that there may be several financing modalities. There may be several financial tools and terms for better financing. For example, we can make a deal with equipment company, machinery company. They can give us the machines or equipment in concession, in lease financing, in such a term also that they can give the machinery first and we need to pay only after 2 years or 3 years. And or maybe that term may be that we can make some payment after the COD, commercial operation. So there may be so many tools and so many methods and so many ways of managing the finance. Therefore, we don't need to worry about the financing, the source of finance. So what we should do is we should worry about the project management. How to manage it? We have the project ready to go. We have the opportunity, and we also have money. We have money in our banking system, about 11, 12 billion. And we also already have the money like in some long-term savings like insurance, social security fund like that. It's also significant money. But we need proper policies, proper laws, and proper arrangement and a proper investment climate so that project can be managed, project can run. Okay. And as we are talking about Nepal, India trade and investment and the policy issues, so we have market in India and we also have source of finance in India. I already told about the joint venture companies in manufacturing are doing good, and joint venture companies or Indian companies are doing good in hydroelectricity also. Some projects are being made. But what we need to do more is that it should be strengthened in business to business level, B2B level, private sector level, private to private, okay, so that the market will operate in itself. And Nepal will have source of finance in India, and Nepal will have the market in India both. Not only about electricity, but it's also about the manufacturing, like the joint ventures company are doing good. And it's also about the primary products of agriculture and greeneries, vegetables, something like that. Therefore, it's a win-win situation. It's a mutual cooperation. It's a matter of business opportunities, not only for Nepal, for Indian side also. For the businessmen, for the private sector people in India, they also have opportunity in Nepal. And for Nepali developers, Nepali businessmen, Nepali private sectors also have opportunities. But as you review whole things, something is missing. Something is not done appropriately, because we already have so many things, but something is missing somewhere. So we should put the things intact, and we should rearrange the thing, and we should encourage the private sector to do it on their own, and we should address the policies, we should address the laws. We can do it in bilateral level between two countries, and we can do it in regional level. We already are in SAFTA and SAFTA, and it can be in sub-regional level also, like we are in Nepal, India, Bangladesh, a kind of sub-regional. We also have a BBIN, a separate arrangement. We also have SAFTA. And the policy issues, policy requirement, policy reforms need to be done. And government should take the guardianship of it. No, what it seems is that opportunity is there, market is there, project is there, money is there, but it's not coined, it's not, the finishing is not done appropriately. Something is missing. Therefore, we should sit together in a round table to identify what is missing, which element is missing here, so that Nepal-India trade and investment has not been done as it could have been done if we can fix at least some missing element in here. Okay. Therefore, let's figure out what is missing there. Let's review what we have done, the good things over the years, and what can be done for mutual convenience and mutual benefit for the private sector on the ground and the government to government, G2G, they are already doing their job. But whatever the governments are doing in their G2G level, the outcome should be beneficial for the people in the ground. Okay. Therefore, there are so many things to be fixed, and we can do it slowly and gradually. So, thank you very much.
It's an AP1 presentation.